This wasn't supposed to happen. But sometimes you have to make a bold decision, take the risk to find a safe place to stay suddenly, or push on into the night on dark and dangerous roads. As a solo female rider in Africa, I decided to ride to get home, even if I'm scared and alone. Let's just say things definitely took a turn for the worse.
It's night here. I'm pretty tired. I came to the capital of the region today just to do a few errands, and it turned out to be pretty terrible. My bike broke down. I had someone that did some work on my motorcycle yesterday. They did not do a good job, and so I ended up being stranded for a bit, just on the side of the road, not knowing what to do. It took a while to figure out what was going on. Now I'm going to do my first somewhat longer distance night driving, about an hour and a half. I typically don't like to do night driving, even around town in a motorcycle, and I'm going to have to do it here. So you're going to get to come on my journey to see how it goes. I don't know what's going to happen. As I'm recording this video, I have no idea what's going to be waiting for me on the road. I'm just praying that everything will be okay, because I mean, it is pretty scary for me. I'm a foreign person, I'm an American female here in Africa, but we're going to see what happens. But first, I decided to stop off and get a little bit of stuff before we hit the road. Right now, I'm at this store, Little Repair. This is the place we go in Bafoussam when we want to get things around the house and certain groceries.
If you want to get to the night ride directly, you can go to this timestamp here. But if you're interested in seeing what's it like in a small, typical African grocery store in Cameroon, I'm about to show you. If you go to the capital Yaoundé or the main port city of Douala, you can go to proper grocery stores like you would see in the West. Outside of those two cities, most supermarkets, as they are typically called, look like what you see here. Mostly non-perishable goods and a few refrigerated items like drinks, dairy products, and processed meats. I like to get milk when in Bafoussam. Milk in Cameroon is pretty expensive actually, and averages anywhere from $2.70 to $3.60 per liter, or $10.21 to about $13.61 per gallon. Just having that dairy case makes this a more higher end supermarket, if I can say. It has butter and some cooking cream and a few different types of cheese. I like to use the American type cheese to make yummy cheese sauces.
These people are not having real olive oil here anymore. I don't know what in the world happened, but oh man, I guess olive oil is like too bougie for people around here to get. So they got this like refined oil thing. Unfortunately, it's something unhealthy to drink. There you go, American cola. Oh, they got real Coca-Cola down there. Oh, we're about to load up on these suckers. Right here, we're about to loading up on the Snickers, one of my faves. Okay.
The other thing that makes this supermarket higher end is the existence of a point of sale machine like this. Credit and debit cards are more rare here since most businesses don't accept them. And most businesses don't accept them because most people don't have credit or debit cards. The next best thing is what's called mobile money, where you can hold money electronically on your mobile phone account. From time to time, the system doesn't work. Eventually, I give the phone over to the cashier. I don't know what happens, but somehow it worked for her. After I put in my code, she has a small mobile phone that will receive confirmation of the payment. Then she prints the receipt and we're done. What's very typical in supermarkets like this is a checker at the door. They compare your receipt with what you bought. So pretty much theft prevention. Here they dress it up a bit though by wrapping or bagging what you bought. Let me enjoy a little bit of fake cola, American cola, the best cola. Not really, but it'll do. I should be drinking water, but I'm drinking American cola. All right, that's enough. This large box in the back of the bike contains items I bought at a different supermarket earlier in the day. Now I will add these things I just bought from Little Repair into the box and secure it back down. Yes, it is very flimsy as a box. Having something like this on the rear does change how the bike handles. Just keep that in mind for later. This small little box is on top of the larger cardboard box, has a battery on the inside of it. Let's just say it was a bit of a mistake for me to put it on top of the carton like this. I'm using these rock straps. My first time really using them for something like this. Now it is time to go. Look at this dip or small ditch at the edge of the parking area. I really don't like going over it because, especially with the load on the back, I don't feel stable going over it, and no one has any thought to cover this little dip so that the entrance exit can be made smooth. This bike comes out of nowhere on the wrong side of the road towards me, and he just pauses, seems to laugh a little bit. Then he goes to make a U-turn in the road. Bizarre indeed. Yeah, that was kind of weird because I'm at night, I'm a female, and some random person just comes up on you like that. It's just strange.
First, we need to turn this on.
This is an important light on the back of my helmet for visibility, especially on a dark road. It's called a brake-free helmet light, and you can check out this video I did about it above if you like. This is also the first day I went out riding with a motorcycle airbag. I am wearing the Alpinestars Tech-Air 5 Plasma. I will be doing some videos on it eventually, so if you want to be notified when that happens, please subscribe to the channel to get updates. Before I leave, I feel it's important to say a quick prayer for safety.
No accidents for anyone along the road here, Father. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name.
And off I go. These lights are blinding out here. This is just a foretaste of what will be happening to me a lot along the way. I'm at the edge of Bafoussam now, and on the edges of towns are security checkpoints, or controls, as they are called in French. This is the first of 4 I will be going through. They can pull over anyone at any time. I'm thankful I get a pass. I want to keep it moving. I'm in the process of riding down the Bafoussam highland descent into the Noon Valley below, but at night with its different curves as I descend down the plateau. Like this truck here, any random vehicle can be stopped on the road. Passing on the road is not too bad as the road can accommodate around 3 car widths side by side. Is Bafousam's football or soccer stadium. Cameroon hosted the Africa Cup of Nations tournament in 2022, and several football matches were played here. This is one of the most common ways Cameroonians travel the country. Many times they will take a Toyota Hiace, which is a form of van, and pack 19 people inside with most of their goods tied above. Here is the sole pay toll between Fumban and Bafoussam. Thankfully, motorcycles don't pay, so I'll just whip around to the other side to continue on. There is a spike strip on the ground to stop cars from blowing through though. Here is the second security checkpoint for entering the Noon Division. A division is like a sub-region area of a region, and a region is like a state or province. I have 2 cameras on me during this ride. There is this image you see here is from my Insta360 X4, and the view it shows is closer to what I'm actually seeing in real life. Folks, it was dark, but since the picture of the X4 is so dark, I decided to use the much brighter X5 camera until it turns off later. Here is the X5 image again. It shows an image very bright and way brighter than what I am actually seeing as I am riding my motorcycle. Fumbat is a fairly large commercial crossroads for the West region. It can be jam-packed at times with people and dangerous to ride through even during the day, let alone at night. It's sort of like a free-for-all on the road while being crowded with lots of pedestrians. Here I am closer to the edge of Fumbat. Unfortunately, the camera can't really show the condition of the road exactly as it is. There are some dips here that I have to be careful with, especially because of the load on my tail rack. The roads between Fumbat and Fumban are definitely in a degraded condition. So sometimes I will ride on the opposite side of the road if that part is smoother. I just have to watch for oncoming traffic, of course, especially around bends. I'm I'm approaching the third security checkpoint. Looks like we are having a checkpoint party with all these large trucks and cars at a standstill. Here's a good time to explain how checkpoints work. Checkpoints are staffed by police and gendarmes, which is a form of paramilitary from the French tradition. They randomly stop vehicles, ask for identification and vehicle documents. If you're transporting goods, there could be further questioning. In fact, they can ask many questions like asking you where you're going or coming from or other things. Yes, it is difficult at times, and I'll leave it at that. Thankfully, I make it again, though without being stopped. The road here is in terrible condition with huge potholes, dips, water in the road, slick mud on the road, so I have to be extra careful through here. Finally, my X5 battery died, so I will be relying on the darker X4 camera image the rest of the way. I have been riding with this gnawing pain on my head underneath my helmet. I just need to stop.
I'm going to adjust this helmet. The balaclava I'm wearing is digging somehow into my forehead. I don't know how, but I must now adjust. How are you doing that? So painful. That spot like freaking hurts.
Here, a number of gendarme recruits are doing one of their famed marches along the highway. Sometimes they can even be multi-day marches where they have to carry food, water, rucksacks, and rifles. There are leaders with them, making sure that traffic sees them and also slows down.
Had to slid there. We're gonna see if anything fell off the bike. So it kind of like shouted at me. Like, I don't know, did something fall off? Yeah, that was not cool because I saw that humongous hole. Whoa. A little bit of a slice and dice happened there too.
If you didn't catch that, I basically skidded twice. I can barely see with this half-a-watt light bulb on my motorcycle, and the holes in the road were everywhere back there on that section of wet road. Booby traps, I call them, because they pretty much were. This is the last checkpoint located outside of Bafoussam. Since this is my home checkpoint, I guess you can say, I am rarely stopped here. This truck has been so slow and I've wanted to pass it for a bit. I will give it a go up ahead as we will be coming to a bad patch of road that larger vehicles tend to slow down for, which will hopefully allow me to pass. Know how I ended up on my feet. I somehow stuck my right leg over my bike to the left side as the bike tipped over. Wow, I just did it automatically. Of course, this is crazy embarrassing, and now I need to get this motorcycle up. Shout out to the rock straps, as that flimsy box is still attached to the tail rack at least. These guys come over telling me tiredness must have gotten to me. I think I was a bit confused though, but at least not injured. Though the driver in the truck did not get out to see what's happening, at least he paused for a bit before moving on. There was a closed gas station on the side of the road that I walked the bike over to. Of course, it had no lights on.
Quelque chose est tombé?
This driver sees me walking around. I noticed that the battery had fallen off.
Oh my god.
I go to the bike to try to start it, and unfortunately it doesn't start. So I decide to use my weak phone light and walk around some more in case the battery is close by on the ground, but no dice. I was gone, and it was money wasted. After coming back to my bike, I tried to kickstart it to see if it works, and it starts up. I'm so thankful that my TVS bike also has a kickstarter and an electric starter. This area is the main part of town in Bafoussam, where there are different bus stations that people go to be able to travel to different cities around Cameroon. This trek can be a little bit congested, and of course it's still dark. I still have to be on my guard. So why did I crash? As I mentioned earlier, the extra weight on the end of the bike I had does allow the bike to be destabilized easier than if there was no weight on the end at all. With the glare and low visibility, I probably hit a dip too hard that I didn't really see well. The front end of my bike was lightened up, and that caused my bike to veer to the right after losing stability, and so I collided with the side of the truck. Thankfully, after a little bit more night riding through Bafoussam, I finally got back to my house. This was such a wild ride. I was so relieved that it was over. My life here riding a motorcycle abroad has been all over the place. I actually learned how to ride a bike here in Africa. And if you want to follow me, I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe for all kinds of motorcycle related videos. Until next time, please stay safe and keep the rubber side down.